Hi, Mark and Barrett. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. I got sucked right into this series, I'll tell you. And, Barrett, let's start with you because I wondered, when you booked the role, was it something where you needed to go, I need to read the book first to kind of get a little bit of insight as to what's going on here?
No, I didn't read the book because I just didn't want to get my hopes up too early. I didn't want to obsess too much because if I didn't get it, I knew it. I knew that people were obsessed with it, and I knew that that I was gonna let myself down. So as soon as I found out I booked it, I ran to Barnes and Noble and I snagged myself a copy.
Yeah.
And I read it in like less than 2 days.
Right.
And I was super about it, and I couldn't wait to get started.
I can just imagine. And Mark, for you, I've had the privilege to interview you many times over the years for Sing Street, for Wayne. You just keep topping yourself. But you play this guy Simon. He's the catalyst for this whole series. Let's put it that way. What was it like to kind of go into the mind of this guy? And we don't really like him from the very beginning. But again, I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to like him, really, to be honest. The character of Simon is very fun to kind of explore.
Good point.
He's a lot more kind of playful than the average bully, I think.
Yeah.
I think the fun thing about playing Simon was typically you see a bully in a high school show or a movie, and it's some big buff jock who can beat anyone up, which is not Simon. So no. I think it was fun to go into this character of exploring this teenage villain who kind of uses his brain and like outsmarts other kids to go about terrorizing them.
Well, yeah, and it brings up the point of a social media, somebody who is in a way cowardly because he's not going to say it to their faces. He's doing it by putting it on this website, and that's something right now that I think a lot of teens can. What do you have to say about that kind of? The implications of something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think social media is one of those things where everyone has to be careful nowadays. It's very performative, and I think it puts a lot of pressure on teenagers now. Yeah. And I think this show kind of definitely highlights how the internet in general can get out of hand if you know how to use it, and specifically in a teenage setting, because I think this is like a gossip blog.
Right.
This effect seems like something that's immature enough that only a teenager would do. I would hope there's no adult out there exposing that someone's in the closet and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And the results of this can be so much more dire because you are dealing with teenagers who are just not ready for this kind of thing to happen at all. Yeah. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Barrett, I want to ask you, despite the fact that it's a dark storyline and stuff, this gang must have had a blast working together. So just tell me a little bit about, the camaraderie and what it was like. You guys shot in New Zealand, is that correct?
We did.
Wow.
We did.
So tell me a little bit about that.
A lot of us were really only a few blocks away from each other. So if we weren't shooting, we were hanging out. Whether it was at my place, somebody else's, the one go-to spot that we all went to have that community of actors and of people that are so passionate about what they're doing was just such a blessing. I mean, it was like we were at summer camp.
Yeah.
And to be shooting a high school show 10 years after I graduated high school and having this kind of like high school summer fun experience with all these people that I just grew to love so much it was such a pleasure, and we all just made such great memories that we're never going to forget. And I miss them. I really miss these people.
I'm sure. Well, there's more books, so who knows, right? There's something to think about. Mark, for you, I'm wondering, because Simon is alienated kind of from this group, what was it like for you? Like, did you find that you didn't have to go method, or you could hang out with this gang, or did you kind of separate yourself from them?
No, definitely. I hung out with them all the time. I mean,
good.
I don't even think I know how to do method acting. Like, what even is method acting, really? I don't know what it is, to be honest. But I think it's one of those things where I hung out with everyone every chance I got. And then there were some days where it was kind of funny because being in New Zealand, we didn't have at the time anyway, COVID wasn't there.
Yes,
So
right.
you do whatever. And then there was days where I'd find myself kind of being like, today I actually think I would appreciate and like to actually just sit in my apartment by myself without anybody. And then I'd like talk to someone else at home and be like, I just sat at home today and I didn't do anything. I didn't go out and it was quite nice. And they'd be like, do you realize that that's what I do every day?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's great to watch the dynamics of this. And Barrett, for you, I mean, you spend a lot of your scenes, of course, are with Annalisa Cochran, who you guys have that Cobra Kai connection. So was that an advantage?
No, it wasn't an advantage because we're in two different timelines of Cobra Kai.
I know. Yeah, I know.
So yeah. As far as us just like having that kind of go-to camaraderie, and also to have like the Cobra Kai fan base, really excited to see, two people from that universe kind of coming together finally in another universe. It was almost like, it was kind of like seeing a mashup,
Right.
like a crossover world, a what if kind of series. So it was cool to have that, and we both love being on Cobra Kai. So yeah, we had a lot of fun stories to share.
Absolutely, I can imagine. Mark, I'll wrap it up with you because, like I said, the world was introduced to you as Sing Street. I still love watching that movie over and over. It just brings me so much joy. What's going on with your music career, and when are we going to hear that more from you about that?
With music, I'm just always really making music. I think my band just recently released another EP, and nice. I think it's one of those things where music is very intrinsic to me as a person, and it's always something that I'll be doing. So I think slowly throughout my entire life, I'm just like, music will just trickle through. I'll always be releasing something.
Mark
came over. Entertain the gang on set?
Well, Mark came over to my apartment at one point and he whipped out his laptop. And he said, "Do you guys want to see why music is the most amazing thing in the world?" And he took this recording that he took of these birds chirping and he turned it into a beat. And I was amazed just watching this mad scientist at work. It was so cool.
That is amazing. I would have loved to have been there for that. Well, next time you come to Toronto, Mark, I want you to bring out your laptop for me, okay?
100%.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time today. This is a winner. You guys are so good in this series from what I've seen so far, and best of luck to you with it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.